Hey, let's continue in 1 Corinthians 7, wherein Paul is speaking to his fellow people gifted with singleness. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 29. This is what I mean, brothers and sisters. The time is limited. So from now on, those who have wives should be as though they had none. Those who weep as though they did not weep. Those who rejoice as though they did not rejoice. Those who buy as though they didn't own anything. And those who use the world as though they did not make full use of it. For this world in its current form is passing away. It's a beautiful call unto the single lifestyle. If your world is based on this world, it's based on what's passing away. If you are married, he says, those who have wives should be as though they had none. Right? This does not mean go live like a philanderer and cheat on your wife. Okay? Paul's going to heavily rebuke sexual immorality. In fact, he already has, and adultery in chapter 6, in just the previous chapter. Rather, he's speaking about living with abandon for the kingdom of God. If you're devoting 100% of your whole life on your marriage and none to the kingdom of God, none to evangelism, your priorities are out of whack. My first priority is my relationship with God. That is the best thing I can do for my wife. And the best thing I can do for my kids is have a great marriage and relationship with Christ. If I represent Christ, my bride represents the church. The two of us are a picture of the gospel for them. And if I am 100% consumed first and foremost with my bride above my relationship with Christ, then I'm actually failing her. Those who weep as though they did not weep. Those who rejoice as though they did not rejoice. Because if you're weeping over something in this world, guess what? It's passing away. And if your joy, your rejoicing is based on something that totally comes from this world, guess what? It's also passing away. So if you weep, live like you weren't weeping. If you're rejoicing, live like you weren't rejoicing. Those who buy as though they didn't own anything. Because if you're just stockpiling goods and things that are going to expire, okay, he's going to use later on in the book of 1 Corinthians the example of somebody who runs the race to receive a perishable crown, but we as Christians are receiving an imperishable one. Look, get your eyes up to the horizon. Lift your chin. Stop looking at all these things and these trinkets, because the world is passing away. Those who make use of the world as though they did not make full use of it. If your whole future, your whole life is totally built around things that are fading away, then it's built upon sand. It's built where it doesn't matter. Rather, bringing up Jim Elliot again, he is no fool who gives up what he cannot keep to gain what he cannot lose. Because the things of this world in its current form are passing away. So where's your kingdom? If God's called you to singleness, it very well could be that he has called you, like Paul is going to describe in the coming passages, as one whose whole world is built on what is not passing away, the kingdom of heaven above.